Sathya Sai Speaks, Volume 13, Chapter 15. The Company You Seek. Kamal Sahani of the 2nd B.Com class of the college spoke now, using fine, simple, appropriate words, on the human body and the purpose for which it has been given to you. He said that the world is a stage, and that the body is a costume that one has to wear in order to act the role that God has allotted to you in the play produced and directed by Him. This is a correct interpretation, but when you are allotted a part, your duty is to do it well and earn the appreciation of the director. The stage on which you play your role is an infinitesimal dot when compared with the vast, unlimited cosmic space. The time you spend strutting about the stage in this costume or any other is also infinitesimal. Deepak of this college acted as Shankaracharya on the stage at the Shanmukhananda Hall, Bombay, but his Deepakness was not lost thereby. Even while he was Shankaracharya, he was Deepak. His Shankaracharyaness was but a temporary phase. So too, the Atma, divine soul, is the eternal truth. The body which it dons is temporary, and the role it induces is also short. To illustrate this in another way, the time spent in dreams is infinitesimal when compared with the time spent awake. The waking stage is the representative of the state of wisdom and illumination of the Atma. The dream stage is the representative of the ignorance, wisdom, hazy stage of human life. God, by very nature, attracts man near to Him. The question may legitimately be asked, why or how did this eternal, universal Atmic principle take up residence in this temporary, particularized body box? Well, you do not keep diamonds in a diamond casket, do you? If you do, the robber would be doubly benefited. You keep it in an iron box. Of course, the iron box or safe will be artistic and charming, for the container is chosen to suit the value or sanctity of the thing contained. To drink milk or some such beverage, you select a clean, attractive tumbler or a cup, but for a spittoon, inferior metals or mud is felt ample. The body is a chalice wherein you collect the nectar of divine grace. That is the prime purpose for which it has been gifted to you. For without a cup or chalice, a casket or jug, how can the nectar be taken? Raso Vaisa, say the Vedas. He is sweet nectar, no less. And when His grace is showered, the body is thrilled. The body has to be kept ever clean and pure, unaffected by dirt, disease, distress, or defeatism. Nara and Narayana, man and God, are like iron and magnet. God, by His very nature, attracts man near, for in man there is the divine. When the magnet fails to attract the iron piece, the iron foolishly concludes that the magnet has lost its power. The real fact is that the piece of iron is too thickly covered by rust and dust. It does not realize its own defects. It rushes to blame God, the magnet, or even to deny Him. The company you join must be purer than you. The easiest and the most fruitful method of keeping yourself free from dust and rust, is the satsang, holy company. The company of the good and the godly will slowly and surely chasten and cleanse the persons prone to stray away from the straight path towards self-realization. Care has to be taken to see that you select and stick to the proper company. A cup of water has no cash value, but if it is poured into 10 cups of milk, it acquires the value that people attach to milk. If, on the other hand, 1 cup of milk is poured into 10 cups of water, it loses the value it had and is condemned as useless. And so the satsang you join must be purer, more venerable, and sticking to higher ideals of virtue and truth than you yourself. When a smoker joins a group of non-smokers, there is every likelihood of his giving up that bad habit. But when a non-smoker falls into a den of smokers, he is certain to become a victim soon. Such is the subtle influence of the company one keeps. The company you join must be qualitatively and quantitatively greater and higher than the one in which you are now caught. There are precious gems of wisdom within your hearts which require excavation in order to be of any benefit to you. Intelligence is the instrument you have to use in order to gain them. At the very start, you will encounter a boulder barring your way. That is the body consciousness, the ego. Desires are the loose rocks that have also to be dug out and kept aside. When you come to a bed of sand, good thoughts, good words, good deeds. When this stratum is reached, you are nearing success. If you keep on in satsang every day, your hearts will maintain their purity unimpaired. But if you seek one only off and on, it will be difficult to win grace or particles of it. For the vessel will be tarnished and untidy. In your own households, you must have noticed that a vessel in daily use is bright and clean, but vessels stored and used only now and then will have to be scrubbed with greater vigor to become bright. You must take all the trouble and welcome all the patience needed to seek satsang and remain therein, for it is not being born a man that is the sign of the glory. It is living as a man that confers dignity. Vrindavan, July 7th, 1975. The secret of perfect health lies in keeping the mind always cheerful, never worried, never hurried, never borne down by any fear, thought or anxiety. Sri Sathya Sai Baba.